Cheers. It's August 29th, 2024, and this is my first video of the before my microdosing experience. Hi. This is really just a video to establish where I'm at mentally, maybe spiritually too, in preparation for the microdosing experience I'm going to start on September 1st. In my previous video, we saw that set and setting are a big thing when it comes to working with mushrooms, and I really wanted to make sure that I'm in the right set, the mindset for what's to come with this experience. So I feel I really wasn't there totally in my last experience, and so this is my way of making up for it, I guess, in making preparations for making sure I'm ready to experience what I'm going to experience. Lots of experience in this video experience. Mentally, I feel that I am prepared. I know it's weird to say that when it comes to taking microdoses of something like this. It's not like I'm going to be tripping out or seeing the colors and everything else, but it's still going to be an experience that I feel I need to prepare for. As I mentioned, I didn't really prepare too much, think too much about being prepared. When it came time to trying it, I was just, in a sense, desperate for something, and so I just jumped on it as fast as I could. I think that I could have maybe achieved a lot more if I had prepared a bit more for it. So I think now taking the time to sit with it, to think about it, to be ready for whatever comes, somehow prepare for any of the insights and any of the benefits somehow. I don't know what I'm trying to say, I feel I need to mentally prepare for it, like in here but also here, and just be ready for whatever it wants to show me. And again, I know it's a really small amount, I know it's not gonna freak me out or whatever, but I feel I still want to prepare. I feel that it's important to prepare for working with this kind of thing. I'm of the mindset that everything has consciousness, everything is alive in one way or another, and everything has a connection to everything. And so I feel that it's necessary to prepare outside as well as inside. So that's where I'm coming from. I apologize if you see my arm over here shaking. I'm having had a panic attack earlier today, and I'm still kind of shaking off the excess, so I'm sorry. I'll try to keep it under control. I'm in a pretty silly mood, which is nice. I'm feeling pretty good, pretty relaxed. I did just use some cannabis though to help with the panic and the anxiety that I was feeling, and it's working pretty well. But there's still that residual that's kind of hard to shake. But I'm feeling pretty happy, feeling pretty goofy and silly, which is awesome. It's definitely going to help with the rest of the day, because today is going to be a day of creating, I think, and having this kind of mentality is going to be something that's going to be a big benefit. So I'm a bit nervous, honestly. The part that's really got me nervous is knowing that the mushroom can cause anxiety in people depending on how their mindset is. I don't like the fact that I don't know what's going to happen, that I don't have any control in a sense. And so I'm a little nervous about starting on the 1st, but at the same time, the nervousness and the worry and whatnot is all up here, and it's just me, not anything worth really worrying about. I remember when I first started my last microdosing experience, there was nervousness as well, but it really didn't stop me from doing what I did. And I have little chewable bits for my microdosing this time, and last time I was actually just straight powder, and it was it was something. I know the flavor was kind of but it's mushrooms, what do you expect? So having a little measuring spoon, I had a little scale with me, and I had a measuring spoon, and I put it on there, and I would measure out exactly, like, I started with 0.1 grams, or like a tenth of a gram, and then I moved into like 0.2, and so it was just like powdery, and if you see the people do the cinnamon challenge, it's kind of like that, just on a smaller scale. I took my dose, and then I was talking with my wife. We were going to go out that day. Yeah, I remember standing outside the bathroom while she was doing her thing, and I was walking back and forth in the hallway because I was starting to be anxious and freaking out, like, because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was going on, and my body started feeling a little bit weird. Maybe it was the panic, I don't know. And so I started freaking out more and having more of a panic attack, and I remember, like, I had my arms like just all over, just holding on to myself, trying to hold myself together. And just thinking about it now, it's like, but after a bit, I went and I got some. I think I got a bowl, like a little small bowl of strawberries, and I was eating strawberries, and they were like amazing strawberries for some reason. They were like so, just the perfect consistency, the perfect flavor. It was so good. I remember I don't know, maybe the mushroom itself is helping with that, but I remember I can taste them right now. That's how strongly I can remember these strawberries. And I remember after that, I calmed down, and we were ready to go start our day. And I don't think I stopped smiling that entire day. I felt so awesome. Like, just absolutely amazing. I don't know how to describe it, and I know maybe it was all just psychosomatic. Maybe it was all in my head that I was thinking that this was happening, or maybe it was something from the mushroom. But oh my god, I felt normal, if normal can have a description. I felt completely different from who I was an hour or two before, and it was beautiful. I was so happy. I felt free from everything that I was worrying about. I felt relaxed. I felt peaceful. I remember being in the car. We were going to the mall to go do some shopping, and I remember it was warm, like a warm summer day. I had the window down, and you know the scenes in movies where, like, guy meets girl is like infatuated, and they kind of fall in love, and they run off together or whatever. And the scene where they're driving down the road, and it's bright and beautiful day and trees, and she's like leaning up the window, like, the wind just blowing through her hair and all that kind of stuff. And that feeling you get when you watch a scene like that, or the feeling of in movies, for example, or video games, where someone comes out of a cave or out of a fallout bunker, for example, and the door opens and you get that huge burst of, like, bright light, and then you're suddenly like, oh, and then you know everything clears after a while, and you look and you're just like, whoa, that awe, that wonder, that spectacle you would get from that feeling you would get. That's what I felt. I remember that clearly, that part clearly. I don't think I'll ever forget that. I felt that, and it was like feeling that for the first time. That feeling of meeting your true love, the feeling of the best cheesecake you've ever had, like the feeling of being really, really, really thirsty, and then drinking a big glass of cold water, and just feeling that, that whole body aura radiating, kind of amazing. I don't remember shopping at all. Like, I don't remember getting out of the car and going into the mall and stuff. I don't remember any of that. But if the ride there was any indication of how that went, it was an amazing time. I remember other days where I skipped my schedule just because I didn't feel right. or I was sick or something like that, I skipped a couple doses here and there. But I, like, even going, because I was doing the James Fadman protocol, like dose once and then skip 2 days and dose again kind of thing. Even the days in between, even if it was like, instead of just 2 days, it was like maybe 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever, those days were still fantastic because the residuals from the day that I did the dose lasted for quite a while. And I'm convinced that after I stopped dosing, like, I was still feeling the effects for a long time afterwards, because even after I stopped, I made considerable progress through everything I was dealing with, and it was thanks to the mushroom, as far as I can tell. It's been about 3 or 4 years since that time, but I don't know if I would be where I am now in my process of healing and growing. I don't think I would be where I am now if it wasn't for doing that experience. And I'm forever grateful for everything that it's done in my life. I'm very much looking forward to September 1st, when I begin this again. I can't honestly say I'm not nervous, just because of how my mind has been working with anxiety and such. I am way better than I was before. Like, even during my first experience, I was panic attacks like almost daily, and I had to quit my job and everything else, as you probably saw in the first video, and it was horrible, but I still did that thing, and it was life-changing. I feel I need that now. I've hit a point where I'm like at a wall, and the wall is behind me, and the wall is moving ever so close, and I'm standing on an edge, and I need something to hold back the wall or push back the wall or give me something to walk on so I can step off the edge, because I feel a lot of things that are driving me nuts. Like, I feel a lot of things are making me crazy because I can't do much about them for some reason. I can't seem to get past some creative blocks I have. I can't seem to get past some emotional things I'm working with. I can't get past this, and this. And so I feel I need a guide, a helping hand, something. And I remember so clearly how much this impacted me before, and I cannot wait to do it again. I'm also nervous because it's a bigger dose, which sounds weird to say because it's 0.25 and I did 0.2. And so it's weird to say that it's a bigger dose, but it's like tiny amount bigger. And so I feel comfort in how this is going to work and how amazing it will be, but I also feel terrified and afraid and just not sure what to expect. And that's the part that gets me every time with anything. And that's why I find it so difficult to make decisions, because I don't know what the outcome is going to be, and I don't know which choice is the best. And so I just stop. I don't do anything, and I can't move past that blockage. And I'm hoping that with the help of the mushroom, I'll be able to at least begin a way of chipping through that block or going around it or something. So I'm hoping that will help with this. That's just a couple things, like wanting to get past some emotional stuff and get past some mental stuff to become better emotionally, mentally, spiritually, understand things better. That's really what I'm looking for from all this stuff. So I guess I know the reason for my experience. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to have these videos for, is just to explain how I'm feeling, what I'm thinking before my experience, kind of get it out there into the open so that the universe sees it and will help me with the experience that I'm having experienced. This is what I'm feeling and thinking before my experience on the third day before. I still have a couple more days before the first. I might make one more video between now and I might make it the night before and just say how I'm feeling prior to, like the night before the big event. But yeah, if this video was something you liked and you want to see more, there's always a like button and subscribe as well. Feel free to hit those and follow along with the journey. and I'll be making videos again, like one the night before the experience on the 1st. Then I'll be making videos pretty much every day, maybe like little snippets of the day, and then make a compilation for like a week or something. I don't know how it's going to work out yet, but I am going to record as best I can the very first day and get like almost like a play-by-play where I'll talk about how I'm feeling, what emotions are coming up, what thoughts I'm having, how all that kind of stuff, just so a lot of people who might be wanting to try this can get that first-hand experience about what it might be like for them to do it too. So anyway, I've just rambled a whole bunch. I'm gonna go shut up and do something else. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao for now.